Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? Welcome to episode 331 of the Steel Factory podcast. That was a guess. Let me check if that really is it. But yeah, coming to you live from the North Oakland Studios here in Pittsburgh. I am joined by my co-host Junior.
What's up? What's up?
My name is Rion, by the way. We're trying to get our names, I don't know, like attached to it. But what a fucking week. I say that, but it's Monday. But we've had quite the start to free agency. I don't really know like the exact rules, but I know free agency started like on Wednesday officially, but tampering was possible on Monday. So we started to see some news leak by agents and stuff. But Russell Wilson was able to visit the Friday before the Monday.
I think it's because he got released, so he had like basically a head start on everybody.
So I'm guessing people that are released can go ahead and start before guys with expiring contracts.
Yeah, I guess
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, because they got released, so their contract is terminated before the league year ends, versus guys with expiring contracts, like their contract ends when the league year ends, right?
Got it. Yeah. But yeah, starting with like, there's just so many layers to everything. I don't know how deep I want to get into it, just because a lot of it is just there's a lot of conflicting opinions, conflicting reports. People have different sources, mainly pertaining to everything that's happened with KP, basically since December. But let's just go ahead chronologically. Junior will chime in whenever. So basically, starting with Friday, supposedly for 6 hours, Russell Wilson came by Pittsburgh, the Southside facility, had a meeting with Tomlin. I'm guessing Arthur Smith and Omar Khan, basically discussing what was going on. But before that, Russ had went to New York, right? But ultimately, it sounded like Russ was guaranteed a starting job right then and there because the Giants supposedly didn't guarantee him the starting job. Long behold, come Sunday, Mason Rudolph was basically going on his visit and was supposedly going to sign, from what I've heard on Twitter and shit. He was about to sign until he found out that the Steelers were ready to fucking sign Russ. And that's when the news broke about Russ signing Sunday night. And I'm guessing up until that point, the Steelers had basically been telling Kenny, we're bringing in competition. But once Russ signed, when you're signing Russ, he's not gonna fucking compete, right? Is that what your take on it was?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely like Russ is gonna be the starter. Like you can definitely still stay here, and from everything I've seen about about how they kind of broke the news and how they broke the news to Fields as well, which we'll get to, is basically like, okay, yeah, we're signing Russ. Like they see him as an automatic upgrade in the quarterback position, and there's no reason to like even have competition. Like sure there'll be a competition, right? But like it's gonna be Russ, right? Like we're gonna have Russ as a starter. You're gonna have to take a step back and sit. Is
Russ
probably what they told Kenny.
Russ was basically gonna get the first reps, right?
Yeah.
And whether it was a competition or not, it's basically obvious when whoever's getting the first reps in said competition, right? That was the main report. And then there was rumors saying that Kenny was requesting a trade, but lo and behold, you know who was requesting a trade by then? Diontae. And we have been calling for Diontae to be traded like the last 2 years or so before he signed that extension. We just knew that this guy, I mean, luckily he did sign a really team-friendly deal, especially for a guy that was basically going to lead the league, or not lead the league, lead the team in targets. You know what I mean? But the guy had his ups and downs. Who knows? Maybe the fact that Kenny was probably going to be the starter at that point, maybe that led to him requesting the trade. Who the fuck knows? I wonder what he's thinking now, honestly. But yeah, and then what happened? Yeah, what did you think about Diontae actually? Because this got buried, dude. Like Diontae got fucking traded like 6 days ago now.
I think, look, during the season, we had so many frustrations with Diontae,
Not
right?
just this
Like,
season, the last 2 years, 3 years.
yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that thing with the drops was in 2020, and he
And
got
like
benched at one point.
he did, he was dude, he had so much. He had a lot of problems. Like Diontae had a lot of problems. Yeah, he's a great route runner, great separator. I think I think obviously like his stats aren't what they could be if he had like a better quarterback, right? But you could say that about basically, you know, you could say that about every wide receiver.
Every like the
Um,
system too, dude. Like some of the
yeah,
route
yeah.
trees were stupid.
But even then, like Deontay with the ball in his hands, like wasn't anything special at all, and it was actually the most frustrating part of his game. Like sometimes he'd be better off doing nothing than trying to get yards after the catch. Like
Oh yeah.
he had terrible instincts for where the first down marker was.
It didn't help that
Uh,
he was running curls fucking 97% of the time too. That leaves you
yeah.
for no room to get after the catch, and he's trying to make. I mean, my brother always said Diontae always makes nothing out of something, but yeah, it's true. Um, but yeah,
But
it's
anyway,
like yeah, yeah.
we got a I think we like switched like a sixth and a fifth pick with the Carolina Panthers. And then we also got
Deontay
what's his name?
Jackson, a corner.
Dante Jackson, a corner.
Dante
I've heard he
Jackson.
can be like a decent corner three. Uh, maybe I've heard good corner three, decent corner two, but you shouldn't expect him to be corner one. And I don't think we do, especially with like JPJ kind of showing up the way he has.
He's been really
Um,
good. Yeah,
and I think Dante Jackson just got restructured too.
he did this
Uh,
morning. Yeah, that's really the big news of
uh,
today so far.
so I think his cap hit went from like 10 million down to like 4.5 million, which gives us a lot more space. And obviously, like, dude, Khan is making moves, so we'll see what else he can
Yeah,
conjure up.
receiver is supposed to be the next move here. I'm kind of waiting for something to break. I know Mike Williams might be in town today, if not sometime this week. Tyler Boyd's also been a name up in the air. But yeah, we signed Patrick Queen. We signed a punter that looks just like Bill Burr. Thoughts on the Patrick Queen signing? I know a lot of people, especially Ravens fans, are trying to hate, saying that he was nothing before. Who's the guy from the Bears got there? Roquan
Smith.
got there. Yeah, Patrick Queen, love it, hate it. What'd you rate it?
I love it. I think we got a really good deal for him. I think he's at like 13 point something million a year.
Yep, for 3 years.
You know, when he's second team All Pro, right? Like linebackers before him, I think like Tremaine Edmonds, he got like 17 million a year just last year.
No, I thought it was closer to 19.
Oh shit! Well,
There
there you
was
go.
another linebacker that signed closer to 17, I think, too.
But anyway, Patrick Queen, dude, he's a second team All Pro. I think he's gonna be perfect back there, right? He's like super fucking quick, uh, and he's gonna be great on run defense, which is like what we're desperate for. Um, so
He could also too.
this
He could defend the pass.
dude, extremely durable, extremely durable. Like
Fingers
misses so
crossed.
few.
Knock
I
on
think he
wood.
saw something that I know, knock on wood, right? I think I saw something that he played like 60 straight games though.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited for him. I think it fills our biggest hole with a good amount of talent.
yeah. You pair him with a Landon Roberts, and then we obviously have studs all across the line with TJ, Cam, Ogunjobi, Benton, Alex Highsmith on the other end, Minka, and JPJ to round up the secondary too. Speaking of secondary too, do you like the safety we signed? I'm forgetting the name.
Deshaun Elliott.
Deshaun Elliott. There we go. Former
I
Raven
like
too.
him. Yeah, we got him off of the Dolphins though. I like him. I've seen a lot of good stuff about like how he's gonna unlock Minka a bit. Minka, he's had to kind of play more in the box and be more of a run stopper for us, just because we don't have a lot. We haven't had a lot of safety talent. But Deshaun Elliott kind of that's like his whole bag, dude. Like he plays super hard. He plays super like smash mouth football. He's gonna be in the box, and that's gonna let Minka kind of just be a ball hawk and make plays and things like
That's
that.
what we've missed
And
basically. Yeah.
and he's honestly super cheap. I think we're getting for like 5.5 million a year. I know we really wanted to get like a really high end safety like Justin Simmons. Um, like he's been like all pro safety like the last 4 years. He just got released from Denver just because of the cap hit that he had. Um, but I don't know what's going on there. He hasn't even signed to a team yet, from what I
No,
know
he's
at
still a
this
free
point.
agent. Yeah, he's on Denver for like 8 years.
So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe like it's an age thing where he's like 30, but that's not really like past safety's prime.
He'll be turning 31 in November. Yeah, I mean, he passed on us basically. Clearly, we took the price of Deshaun Elliott. Um, I can't complain. I've seen some highlights him taking on Derrick Henry on his own. He laid out Mahomes on the wild
That
card
was sick.
game. But yeah, man, need a guy that could get up in the box, let Minka be a ball hawk, shit like that. I'm down for it. Any other big names throughout the week that we're missing?
Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson, that was like on. That was not right after KP got traded, I think, right?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, not really a big name, honestly, but like
We'll see where he
he's
falls in the
fine.
depth chart. Preferably
Yeah.
round 4, 3-ish. Definitely not the 2 that we're looking for. Um,
No, I think Mike Williams. Maybe we're talking a lot about like the draft right now too, and trying to figure out those picks. But that'll be for the next episode.
yeah, well, we're gonna dive into it now because, like, honestly, that's a good thing we didn't plan a mock draft because our fucking picks are all over the place after getting a pick back for Diontae, getting fucking 7th rounders for Kenny, and getting a 3rd back too, but also giving up a 4. I think we gave up the 4th that we got from Diontae to pair with KP to get that 3rd plus the 7th. I don't know. A lot of
All
shit's
right.
going on. We'll crunch the numbers, but yeah, let's get into the headline. The heartbreak. It was a crazy ass week. I was on spring break. I was flying back to Pittsburgh. I was waiting for to board my flight when the news broke, and I felt away. Everyone knows KP was my guy. I fucking love Kenny. I was rooting for this guy harder than for any other like individual player. I wanted him. I wanted to put through, not just because he's obviously the quarterback for my team, but the Pitt ties. Fucking, you love the storylines, all that shit. Just didn't work out. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are gonna say that kind of bitched out of the competition. I don't think there was gonna be a competition. I think that's pretty well known at this point. And I think he just knew where shit was trending, and he didn't want to end up being like Mason, where he just ends up just getting buried in the depth chart every year. He says there's going to be a competition. There's a competition. And then fucking you blink. Fucking you're in your 5th, 6th year. And you basically haven't really gotten your crack at a starting job while staying loyal to your team. So he just asked for the fucking trade. I mean, a lot of people are going to go back to the shit that happened at Seattle, where he didn't want to dress.
Yeah.
He was going to be the emergency like 3rd quarterback, right? Because he was basically not cleared yet. He probably would have gotten cleared the morning of the game, maybe.
Yeah, I think he just got his ankle surgery or something, right?
He got in surgery after the Cardinals game, which would have been almost 4 weeks before that game. And like, dude, we're talking about dressing up as your emergency quarterback here. Would it have mattered? No. Mason stood there the whole game, won us the game. I mean, you're gonna call it, putting the team first. I don't know. I mean, he ultimately ended up backing up Mason when he was cleared. We could throw quotes on that. You saw him suit up for the Bills game, the Ravens game. But yeah, I think Kenny. I mean, in his Eagles press conference today, he even said like a lot of stuff happened behind closed doors, lack of communication. Who knows, dude? I'm sure like the actual shit will see the light of day eventually. But I mean, it is what it is. We're ready to move forward. Yeah, it just sucks. What shit would have worked out with him? Would have been a cool story. Would have been awesome. You to see a guy we drafted in the first round end up being your franchise quarterback. That's what I know. He was drafted in the fucking first round. That's what you think what was gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that's what he thought was gonna happen. So to see shit kind of not go his way, you're thinking whatever. That's enough on that. because it's really polarizing. The shit I've seen on Twitter. Um,
Yeah, everyone's like you're talking about with the Seattle thing. Like everyone's going back to like every single press conference Kenny's had, and like trying to spin it one way or another about like if he's a good teammate, if he's a bad teammate, like who did who wrong. And at the end of the day, like look, it didn't work out. It we don't even like. It sounds like he wanted to get traded. Uh, and that's that. I think the Steelers have a pretty good track record of getting rid of guys, or not getting rid of, but like of trading guys as soon as they make it clear that that's what they want. You know, um, like even for Diontae, right? He was making a big stink that he wanted to get traded. Like there was so much smoke around that. And it's not like we got anything back as far as like crazy value for him. Everyone's saying, "Oh, the Steelers lost that trade and stuff." Um,
I thought we did at first too for Deontay.
I mean, I still think we did, but it's obvious. Like, okay, he didn't want to be here, right?
Right.
Like, it's like, okay, you don't want to be here. Um, we can get like a decent corner and we can restructure that, so there's like decent value there. But at the end of the day, like, you know, uh, Kenny wanted to move on, and we thought like, I guess we felt like he wasn't our guy at that point. So what's done is done, and it was a good chapter. It would have been a cool story, like you were saying, but I think Kenny was such a polarizing player to the whole fan base. You either loved him or you hated him, and it's honestly, it feels almost better off this way. Like let's just get
Oh
back to
yeah. A lot of
let's
Pitt
get
alum are like happy he's moving forward. And then like best way to basically sum it up is people getting mad that he didn't post the thank you Pittsburgh right away, and then
so dumb.
when he does, they're critiquing
It's not
it.
good enough.
Like,
You're
come
like,
on,
okay,
dude. Like, let's put it past us. I'm glad I'm not seeing so much like commotion on the timeline from this Eagles press conference. Hopefully, what's done is done. I'm ready to get this sideshow out of the way, right? And let's just fucking focus on playing ball here. We got Russ Wilson. We traded for Justin Fields on Saturday. I was on my way to St. Patty's festivities when the news broke. Um, what do we think? Because this was honestly, it sounded like the most popular, or but had the most like steam this offseason was trading for Justin Fields. And at one point it was a second, then it became a third, then it became a fourth, and then it was a sixth. Conditional sixth with a chance of going up to a fourth, depending on how much he plays. I believe up front, the Steelers are transparent with Russ. You're still going to start over him, and they told Justin Fields you're going to back up Russ. Justin Fields is only on a 1-year deal. Omar has to decide if he's going to pick up the 5th year, not just
I
for
don't think he will.
Justin, but for Najee. I think it'll be Justin will definitely be cheaper. I think both will probably be cheaper if you don't pick up the 5th and you just extend. I'd rather see the
I
extension go
think
to Najee though, right?
I think Justin's cap hit would be 25 million, which is a lot.
But if you
I
after
think
this year you just extend them or you
I think if
new
we extend
deal,
him,
new
we
deal.
could do like 2 years, fucking 35 million or something, and then like only one of them is guaranteed, and then we can, like it, whatever, right? Like who knows?
Almost like a
Um,
Jordan Love type contract.
exactly. Yeah, like we could definitely pull something
Assuming
like
we
that
end
off.
up going 9-8 with Russ, you know what I mean? And
I'm gonna be
you see
honest.
Fields come in.
I don't even know if Russ starts all season, man.
Yeah,
I would be very
let's
surprised.
debate this right here. How long does Russ last as the starter? I mean, people might just fucking you might hear that first like 5 seconds on the TikTok and come at us. Oh, you're already doubting Russ. Like, let's be fucking real here. Justin
I
Fields might have a higher ceiling.
look. I mean, I've heard it from a lot of people that I think are really knowledgeable, right? Like a lot of podcasts that I listen to and stuff, right? With like former players and like real like talent evaluators and stuff, and guys that are like real big film junkies. Like I think they're really high on Justin Fields. They're saying that the Bears mismanaged him. And obviously like some of it's on Justin, right, for not developing in the ways that he could have developed or at the and in the ways he could have. But like I think Justin Fields right now is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. I think it's only a
Ooh,
matter of time.
ooh,
Uh,
that's a take and a half.
Like, I I've heard a lot that Russ is kind of washed. He's not what he used to be, and obviously, dude, Justin Fields is very much in his athletic prime right now. Um, so I can definitely see us moving on from Russ at some point during the season, and and starting starting Justin just to see what we have. You know?
My main thing is people are happy Russ is gone in Chicago, and people are sad that Fields is gone. Wait, did I say that wrong? I'm just saying that people in Denver are happy Russ is gone. People in Chicago are sad Fields is gone. I mean,
Yeah.
could be a majority or a minority that really like Fields, really liked where he was progressing. I mean, you showed like this one stat where basically Fields has kind of had a good trajectory so far, as far as improving each year, right? Obviously, there has been some terrible like highlights too that I've seen. But the same was for fucking Kenny. Two guys, who knows where it ends up. Yeah, we'll see how long Russ lasts. I don't
I mean,
know.
like, there's definitely a reason both of these guys were available, dude. Like,
Oh,
they're definitely
yeah, 100%.
But I think the quarterback room that we have now is more interesting than the one we did last year. I think it's more talented than the one we had last year. Um, so between Russ and Fields, I think, especially in this Arthur Smith offense, I think they're gonna fit in pretty well. Especially if we can get a guy like Mike Williams in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what's next. Getting a receiver. Um, Mike Will would be sick. Tyler Boyd would be cool. Also, too, this affects how early we go receiver in the draft. If we're able to get another free agent wide receiver.
yeah, I think if we get like a Mike Williams, we go receiver third. But if we get like a Tyler Boyd, it might be first or second, just because like
Yeah,
we
I
need
think
talent.
I think Boyd's asking price might be a little too high for us right now. I think we're not waiting on him because he might be getting more looks or offers compared to Mike Will right now. And I think that's what the holdup is. Um,
I mean, honestly, I'd rather have Mike Will, dude.
would you? Have you been looking at the tape today after the announcement that he was visiting?
I'm looking at highlights. Yeah, I don't know about real tape. I'm not. I'm not gonna call myself like
A film
a big talent
junkie.
evaluator. Yeah,
um,
but Tyler Boyd is not an exciting guy, to be honest.
no, yeah, the guy was. I mean, the Bengals had some dogs, but I think Boyd might be a little older, right?
Yeah, I think he's turning 30.
He's turning 30. Why doesn't his actual birthday come up? He was born in 94, so he turns 30 this year in November. Mike Williams is
Probably the same age.
same age. Turns 30 this year. All right. Doesn't fucking matter. I think Tyler Boyd has had a better history of staying healthy, though. Actually, no, wait. Didn't we just talk about this in the group chat? Mike Williams only had a fucking torn ACL this year.
Yeah, I think Mike Williams is like he's like a boomer bust type of guy.
Either guy was not go to in their prior team though.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah. I
I'm
mean, Mike
saying.
Williams. Yeah, I mean, dude, Tyler Boyd. There was T. Higgins and Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. Obviously, like Tyler Boyd's not getting those targets, right?
Oh, and then
And then
before
Mike
that, he was
Williams.
there for AJ Green too, huh? He was never the
Oh,
number
really?
one. Yeah.
Damn. And then Mike Williams, he's over there at the Chargers, and they had Keenan Allen, and Keenan Allen just like, dude, he inhales targets, dude. That guy he can get 20 targets a game sometimes, and he's a super great like high target wide receiver. Like he does a lot with volume, so it's like efficient. But being opposite of him, you're obviously not gonna
Oh,
get that.
I saw some route trees from Keenan Allen last year. Fuck, I was like, dude, this guy's doing this at like 32. Insane. There was some like Justin Jefferson talk. I'm pretty sure the Steelers probably asked for the asking price and that leaked out somewhere. Con just going down the list and shit. But yeah, so far, how do we feel about Omar Khan? Are you buying his jersey or what?
I'm gonna buy it. Omar Khan jersey #1. Khan.
Khan.
Dude, I was like, this is not our dad's Steelers. This is not even my Steelers. This is
No,
is in
he's
the
shaking
air.
things up. I mean, I hate to say our dad's Steelers because our dad's Steelers won fucking Super Bowls. So uh, we definitely this is the shakeup we needed. Because dude, like a month ago, we were all like saying it's just gonna be Mason and KP battling it out. They're just gonna bring in someone they know Kenny could beat out, whether that had been Tannehill or Mason. We bring in Russ. I don't know how I feel about them giving Russ the starting job right away. Just because, dude, we spent the last 2 years clowning this fool. Like Russ was fucking cringe. I fucking laughed at the shit they were saying about Russ.
Yeah.
The fucking dude, like just like remember when Nickelodeon had the Rams Broncos game like on Christmas a couple years ago, and Patrick Starr was fucking cooking Russ. Like he threw a pick six like straight to the Rams. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we were joking about this yesterday in the group chat. We're not marrying any of these quarterbacks. I mean, people always say that use that metaphor where like a quarterback and a team is basically like a marriage once you find that franchise quarterback. The Steelers rushed into shit with Kenny. Now we're just fucking around, you know.
Yeah, we're dating. We're
Dating. We're recently divorced Russell Wilson. Just try him along. Justin Fields. Thought he found the one. That didn't really happen. Bounce back.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Dating. We got an open mind.
Because at the end of the day, your odds of finding a franchise quarterback come from the draft. You know what I mean? Whether it happens next year or the Steelers just want to ride out a bridge for a couple years. I mean, we have seen teams win right away by getting a free agent quarterback. Tom Brady, Matt Stafford. The Jets thought they were going to do up Aaron Rodgers.
But this isn't that situation, man.
No, these aren't guys that weren't at their best, right?
It would be kind of close if we signed Kirk, but even then, like Kirk is coming off of a torn Achilles and stuff, and that could be a fucking mess. Who knows?
Yeah. I think the Steelers just have a really big. They feel the pressure. Like we got to win at least a playoff game, right? After not having a playoff one for 7 years, is it going on 8 now? Fuck. They feel the pressure and they're gonna start doing stuff. And yeah, this is the shit that we're doing. So it's amazing how much like, just to throw this out there, like how much we're doing besides moving off Tomlin yet. Which clearly shows that they still have full confidence in Tomlin, right? Many teams would have just moved off him by now, but I feel like they clearly think he's not the issue. This is Tomlin's fucking team. This is Tomlin's fucking team.
Yeah, dude, and you like just like every single player that ever gets mentioned with Tomlin, they're so excited about playing for him.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I've never seen anyone speak poorly about Tomlin. Maybe Kenny might have like some bad.
I mean that's the one thing too. It's there's definitely bad blood, whether it be with like Omar or like it could be Tomlin. Who knows? I mean, definitely. I mean, in the moment, I'm sure Kenny loved playing for Tomlin, right? But you got. I mean, quarterback's the fucking toughest position to find in the league. It's the toughest position to play. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, we'll just have to stumble into something, man. It's gonna be. No one ever knows for sure with quarterbacks. You know, like Caleb Williams is one of the best prospects of all time, right? And everyone knows it. But Patrick Mahomes had all these fucking problems coming out of college, and it was kind of iffy, and he went number 10 overall, right? So It's like, okay, no one really knows what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, what's done is done. I mean, definitely wish KP the best. Sick ass dude. I'm acting like I met him, but fuck it, dude. Like the guy fucking's been in Pittsburgh for 7 years, dude. But it was fun hearing stories about him out here, and shit like that. But yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with the fucking signed jersey up in Mario's shit. I'll take it. I'm fucking around, dude. That's it. Actually, I actually wonder what's gonna happen with that fucking with all like the signed Kenny shit like up in the bars here, especially in Oakland. But yeah, I think that covered everything going on this past week. Yeah, but we got to start getting into mock draft season. We're almost a month away. Overall, are we better or worse than what we were? I mean, you can't really tell, dude. I mean, fucking, when was our playoff game? January like 18th. We had a fucking interim OC duo, Mason Rudolph starting. Who knows if we're better or worse from then?
I think we're better. I think
We're always a team that builds through the draft too, so I'm excited. It's more, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, our whole lives as Steelers fans, we knew the draft is more important than free agency.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's just how it's always been.
Yeah.
I definitely think we're better off. I can't, like, every single thing we've done seems like a positive to me.
Oh yeah.
It seems like a step. It doesn't have to be the right direction, because we don't know that for sure, but it definitely seems like a better direction. We might have been looking the wrong way before, but now we're coming at it from a better angle, right? We're not precisely where we need to be, like, going to, but we're getting closer.
Yeah.
I think everything we've done is definitely a step in the right direction.
At the very
like Arthur
least.
Smith.
Yeah. Go. Keep going.
I was gonna say, like Arthur Smith. I think he's a really great hire. He's not like the most ideal hire ever that we talked about, but he was definitely like a top 5 guy for me. And I think all of these like defensive moves that we made are all really good with Patrick Queen and Deshaun Elliott. I think those are gonna really help us lift our ceilings up.
Yeah.
And I think Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are gonna do the same thing for our offense.
Yeah. I had a point that I lost. At the very least, shit's gonna be entertaining. We'll see what happens with Russ and Fields. I'm not gonna stop listening in the future though. I mean, I don't care if Russ QB1 week 1. I'm listening to the New Future and Metro album. But yeah, stupid fuck. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been the Steel Factory podcast signing off for the week. Looking for more news here. And yeah, stay tuned. Mock draft season is coming up very closely. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, the 2025 conditional 6th round pick for the Steelers we traded for Justin Fields. We don't have a 6th rounder to trade.
Oh, what?
Alan Sanders, or Saunders, just reported that. He just realized that we don't have a 6th round pick in 2025. That's interesting. Kind of figure it out, right? But yeah, this has been Steel Factory Podcast. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, leave a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like we've been saying the last couple of weeks, off season's in full swing. Until next time, peace out. Here we go. Let's ride.